We're going live. We're live. We're live. Hello, everyone.
Welcome to our second YouTube live of 2022.
Of 2022. We hadn't done one for like 8 years, and now we're doing two in a matter of 2 weeks.
It looks like a giant hand is my giant hand
is picking me up.
you up. And Chad, might I just say your background is a disaster.
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry. But it's messy for a reason. That's full of like makers cleaning products because we have some exciting stuff to talk about today on this live, along with answering your cleaning and non-cleaning related questions. This young lady over here is Melissa Maker. She is a cleaning expert and my wife.
And this old man over here is my husband. His name is Chad Reynolds, and we've been doing this together for, I don't know, okay. We've been making YouTube videos since 2011.
2011, yes. Oh my gosh. Wow, it's been a minute. Thank you all for joining us. Please say in the chat where you are from, how you are doing today, and let us know what the weather's like right now over here in Toronto.
It's very England-esque.
Yeah, we're moving towards that time, aren't we?
Yeah. Gray really and dreary.
Anyway. And dreary.
I think we owe the Clean My Space community more than just a banal chat about the weather.
Let's do more than just a banal chat about the weather.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. It's really nice to be here. We had so much fun doing our last live. We were very excited. I will just say on a personal note, yesterday, Chad and I took him to a spa for his birthday, which was September 15th. But we went to this new spa just outside of Toronto that opened only 6 days ago. I got him a gift card and I was like, it hasn't even opened yet. We're going. It was very relaxing. And yeah, we were talking about that. We try not to talk about work when we have downtime because it's like we have no boundaries in our life.
It's hard to do.
But yeah, we did have like a really excited chat about today and the launch of our new baby, our new product baby, which is a little easier to deliver than a real baby. But anyway, just a big thanks to everyone who is here right now and to all of our wonderful Makers Clean customers over the years. I just want to point out that this meat claw over here is mine, and that blurry face also. Hi, that was me many years ago before I turned 40. But all that to say, you can see on the tag, Chad, can you move your melon for a minute? You can see on the tag here, it says Makers Cleaning Cloth Limited Edition Debut Series. And that was the first launch that we did of Makers Clean. It was just an idea at the time. And the reason we wanted to do it was because I would talk, I run a professional cleaning company. We have access to like professional grade cleaning materials and tools. And you couldn't buy them as a consumer back when we started talking about it on YouTube. And Chad and I said, we need to find a way to bring this to the Clean My Space audience because they keep asking, and I don't want to tell them to go to store A or B or buy, whatever basic line on that they can get
cheap
on
one from the dollar store
on an online store, a big one that sounds like a jungle. For a low price. Like we'd rather just come up with really good quality stuff at a fair price and sell it. And that is how Makers Clean came to be. And what we did was we put together a kit of 250. Was it a small pack or a large pack we did?
It was a small pack.
A small pack.
Yeah.
So it was 5 cloths that we had sourced. We found over 100 cloths that we tested and we picked our top 5. And that became our first 5 product offering.
And these are them right here, and you can see
and
the label.
My mom actually came. Mom, hi, if you're watching, I still haven't forgotten. My mom came to my office and she hand packed all of the kits, and I wrote a note, and we mailed them out, and I want to say we sold out of our kits in less than a week.
We took this,
we got a stamp.
We took this stamp that says Makers, and we stamped it on the boxes, so the boxes looked all custom.
Do you want like an arm tattoo? Should we tattoo your arm?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. There you go.
Chad doesn't have any tattoos,
well,
so
not just yet. There.
Oh,
Makers and
way less painful than a real one. Anyway, and over the years, myself, Chad, Lucas, and Lindsay, who used to work with us, and Ronit, who now works with us. Ronit, by the way, is in the chat. If you see Clean My Space talking, that is Ronit, because Chad and I are here talking. But the four of us work together to source product and bring the very best stuff we can. We always have our finger on the pulse of the market. The one thing that you can count on is we really do filter through the crap that's out there, and we don't bring stuff to Makers Clean if it's not amazing. And that's because we're a small business, we're self-funded, we don't have any loans, we don't have any investors. Anytime we order product, it's literally money out of our pockets that goes directly to our factory, and we deal with all kinds of logistical issues and supply chain issues and shipping and blah, blah, blah. But we go through it only for the best stuff. So, and I know this to be true because I hear so many times, I mean, all of us do, because we all check the comments and read the emails. We don't have like some outsourced customer service team. Really, it's Ronit who gets all the customer service emails, and she shares with us feedback. And we know how much people love our product. And that's again, because we would just rather only bring the best stuff and pump less out per year than constantly flood our audience and our customers with stuff that we know isn't great. And, you know, we just don't want you to spend money on stuff that you're not going to absolutely love and use and is going to make your cleaning easier. Rita Smith said, do any of you have other jobs outside of Makers? Well, yeah, our other job is Clean Digital Productions, which is our YouTube channel and online work. And then we have the cleaning business, Clean My Space Services in Toronto. What else do we do?
We have a property management company that we run.
Well,
and
we have a rental property, and this is the
well,
problem.
it sounds a lot better when you say you have a property management company.
Okay, so we have a property management company, a yacht management company. No, I'm joking. But we do that,
and that fills up our time.
Yeah,
quite.
We're busy enough. That's all we do.
For those of you who are unfamiliar with Makers Clean, let me give you a quick kind of like backstory of how it came about. It was February 23rd, 2015, when we released our first line, as Melissa said. It was hand-packed by Melissa's mom and sent out to 250 lucky people. And that was the thing that spurred us into wanting to like expand the product line and get more. So since then, we've done dozens of colors of our famous general purpose cloth. We then, a few years later, introduced a line of towels, which for anybody who has used our bath towels, it's a life-changing experience. Once you go Makers towels, you don't go back. And then
we have robes also. I feel
robes.
Like people don't know that we have robes, but we have our waffle robe as well.
This was one that you were really behind, which was the face cloth, which is a fantastic.
Oh yeah. I think I talked about the luxury face cloth last time, but there's a product that's sold in Sephora, one for $26. And it says that you can take makeup off with just water in the cloth, which you can also take makeup off with just water in this cloth. Although I don't recommend it, guys. I'm 40. I take really good care of my skin and I would not do that. But I was such an advocate for these because like a typical washcloth is very scratchy. And also it leaves your face wet after you rinse it when you've finished washing your face. This leaves your face just dry enough where everything evaporates. Then you can spray on toner or whatever else you do. They're so easy to wash. They're really soft on skin. Anyway, I'm so obsessed with these, and we package them. I could talk about these. This is not what we're talking about today, by the way. Don't bring stuff up to me that we're not talking about.
It's very true.
But yeah, we packaged it in like this really cost-efficient kit. We have 5. We're like, why would someone want one? You wash your face every day. Anyway, I can get into that. Catherine asked, waffle robes. Yeah, that's all on the Makers Clean website under bath. You see, we don't talk about this stuff enough.
Yes.
But anyway, we love a good robe. Love a good robe. Yes, Chad.
I was going to say a few years later, we ended up making the award-winning Makers Mom. And I brought this out just in case anybody hadn't seen. We actually thought about doing a green one. I'm glad we went with the purple because it's way better.
It matches your tattoo.
It matches my tattoo so much.
You know what else we should show you? We should show you the color selection process because this is kind of fun. and get the Pantones as well. So yeah. So what we do is we kind of think through like what color story do we want? And then we send, we go through, this is called a Pantone color chart for anyone who doesn't know about this. It's basically like Pantone's like this monopoly company that has colors, and it's sort of like the universally accepted color for print, for a garment, for like literally anything in the world that has a color, they go by Pantone. And hold up just one color and show like the letter. They're almost like paint chips, but just imagine if there was one paint company in the world, and then you basically say to your factory, I want this color. This is the Pantone number.
And that way it'll be standard.
And then they whip up 3 different types of dye for that Pantone color. And then they make you choose. Now, to your eye, they look the exact same. And to my eye, they look the exact same too.
It's very hard to tell sometimes.
We just go for it, and we're like, okay, we're going to take A on this one, B on this one, C on this one, and that's how we get our colors. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of exciting. Okay, Chad.
All right.
Enough is enough.
Enough of all of this. No one cares about this.
Okay.
They care about
Okay. Let's talk about it. Okay, so the new product. So here's the story behind the new product. Okay. So one thing that I have talked about for years is the importance of a good quality sponge, And it is really hard to be an effective cleaner if you don't have great tools. And sponges, you all know which sponge I love. I was so lucky to work with a sponge brand that I absolutely love. We had like, I don't know, a 2-year partnership with them. Amazing company. And I love their product. The one thing that I couldn't wrap my head around was the disposability factor, and the fact that no matter how good their sponges were, we had to throw them in the garbage and we could never get them clean. And that was not okay.
Yep.
Like for us, we don't like throwing things out. We really try our best to buy things that last. And that is why we decided to come up with the Scrub Square. So welcome our newest product baby, the Scrub Square. This is it. This is the new product that we have come up with, and it is designed to replace your everyday cleaning sponge. It can be used in the kitchen or the bathroom, and you'll notice that it doesn't actually have anything spongy to it. It's like a flat cloth. It's small, so it fits in your hand. I will say I have rather large hands, but it still fits in your hand. And what's nice about it is it's double-sided. And on this side, you have abrasive material that's tough enough to scour,
messes.
Well, but not like, I always say, it's not like for lasagna pan or like super burnt on carbonized, like the stubborn stuff that you're still going to need to use like a heavy duty scrub pad, or you might want to get something that you would normally use for scrubbing. This is really great for every day. So I clean Riley's lunch containers with this. I clean our sink. I clean our counters. I clean our appliances. After we cook, generally speaking, if there's nothing that's like burnt on, caked on, challenging, I will clean with this as well. And one of the reasons that we thought this was a really good way to go is because there are so many products that are out there now. Like, for example, Dawn Power Wash that does so much of the heavy lifting for you that the former types of sponges that we're used to using, we don't actually need anymore. So we decided to change over to something like this. And on the other side, it's got this waffle flat weave. So you still have the ability to wipe. And like the greatest thing about this is it goes in the washing machine. So you use it, you rinse it, you can toss it in the washing machine, and it doesn't get like the schmutz stuck in it like you would see with a sponge. And you can reuse it. Now, we have been testing these for how long, Chad?
Man, I don't even know. It's been months and months and months now.
Set like 6-9 months. Ronit, if you remember, let us know in the chat. But we have yet to have to throw one out, and we're
using them every day,
and we rigorously test them. And we decided to go with this color because no one wants to see, like a used kind of cloth that is discolored. And these wash really well, but having it be this darker color gives you the ability to kind of use it for a day or two and not sweat if you kind of cleaned like, a coffee cup and you have like the dirt from the coffee cup and it's on your sponge. And even though you rinse it and it kind of comes clean, it's still discolored. That's that. The other thing that's really cool about this is it doesn't get stinky. Like sponges get stinky, and we all know that. But because this is made from microfiber, which is by nature of the fact that it's microfiber, it is bacteria resistant. To a point, you shouldn't get odors. And that's the other fabulous thing about this.
Maybe try tackling a few of these questions.
Yeah, let's answer. Okay, so go ahead.
Wash on cold water with other microfiber
Yes,
cloths?
Colleen, that's a great question. So that is what you do. When laundering these, they launder exactly like other microfiber cloths. The name of the game is just like any other cloth. You want to give it a good rinse so that you're not putting like fried egg in your washing machine. So just give it a good rinse, toss it in the washing machine, cold water, which I recommend for everything, regular detergent, no bleach, no fabric softener. You can either air dry them or toss them in the dryer.
Is there a promo code? Yes.
Yes.
Code. And thank you to who was it that went and bought one and didn't use a code? Jessica Sutton, you're a real MVP.
Oh, yes.
There you go.
It's backward, but it's scrub 20. Scrub 20.
Scrub 20.
And what does scrub 20 get our fine friends?
20% off of your purchase of a 3-pack. So these come in packs of 3 or packs of 6. One of the questions that we did get that I thought was a great question was, how many would you recommend for a 6-person household? Briar Rose asked that.
I mean,
6?
I don't know. I mean, we use one a day in our kitchen, or one every couple of days in our kitchen. So, I mean, if you I would say I wouldn't worry so much about the amount of people. I would worry about how many sinks you have in your kitchen, because I like to have one at the kitchen sink. And then also for bathroom cleaning, it's really good to just grab one of these. And again, like I'm not scrubbing a toilet with this, but like for cleaning bathroom sinks, faucets, tubs and tiles that don't have like significant soap scum buildup, but that you want to do a regular cleaning for, these are great. So I would say, a 3-pack, a 6-pack is probably sufficient. You don't need to go crazy on them. And what's fabulous is, and also how often are you planning to wash is the other thing. But what's great about these is that they're reusable, and we design them so that you wouldn't have to throw them out. We don't want you to throw out our products. I mean, we want to have a huge company, obviously, but we don't want to make products that people have to constantly throw out and replace. That's not what we're about.
Are any of your products going to be available in Europe? And we had another question asking, do you ship to the UK?
Oh, you guys, this is really hard for us because we're a small business. The problem that we've had with shipping to Europe is that people get really upset when they have to pay customs taxes or VAT when they receive their order. And we get complaints about that. Like Ronit will get emails and she's like, what do I do? And the thing is, like, we could ship anywhere, but I don't know what it's going to cost you when they come and knock on your door and ask for payment. And then people get angry at us that it costs all that money. And it's like, we're not Sephora. We're not these huge companies that have this incredible, logistics service with distribution centers all throughout the world. So I don't know what the answer is for our friends in Europe. The other challenge is that I think there's like a new tax filing requirement for companies that have to sell product in the UK and Europe, and it's really complex. So we've been trying to figure out what to do if we, find a distributor. Like we're really trying, and we can ship. It's just a matter of we don't know what it's going to cost on the receiving end, and we don't want you to be upset. So just that's the answer to the Europe question. Let's go. What else, Chad? Yes. Oh, people are asking about washing.
Yes.
So let's talk about this. Yes, you can wash these with your other maker's cloths. What you will notice when you first use these, like if you rip open the package and you start using them right away, the water is going to look a little bit gray, and that's just some of the remnant bleeding from the dye. And this is true of any garment that you wash, but because you're not like washing your new t-shirt by hand, or you might be, but generally people just put that in the washing machine, they don't see the discoloration. But what we recommend is, if you don't want to muddy up your colors, just rinse these a few times. Use them, like that's what I do. I just open the package, use them a few times, rinse them well, and then I launder them with everything else. But yes, they're safe to launder with other cloths. The other thing I want to point out is that we try so hard not to use plastic in our packaging. And we have begged our factory to please come up with a solution for us. With Scrub Square, we felt like it was a product that we could package without plastic. I mean, we have these little punchy price tag things, but otherwise we have used cardboard. There are a lot of reasons why our other products come in plastic that I don't want to get into right now, but every day we look into alternatives and we're asking them to help us meet that need. But I know it sounds like really small, but this is something we were really proud of, that we were able to just package them in cardboard. Anytime you buy a Maker's product, you're going to see a QR code on the back. I think with COVID, we're all used to QR codes now. But the reason why we did this also was to reduce packaging and to get you right to the information that you need about Scrub Square. So as soon as you get it, just hold up your phone, open up the QR code, and it'll give you all of the care and use instructions and some suggestions for use about Scrub Square when it arrives.
Can these ones clean cooking oil / grease? I avoid using my Makers in the kitchen because the instructions advise to not to use them for oil. Maybe you can actually clarify what that is.
So, I mean, I wouldn't use them to clean up like a full spilled bottle of salad dressing. But if I were to take this, and I have done it many times, if I'm like frying an egg and I use butter and then I fry the egg and clean up the pan, yeah, it rinses out, no problem. No problem. You can use your cloths to clean up oil splatters. You just don't want to use them to clean up like oil spills.
Do you wash in hot or cold water?
Cold water. Emma is 6. Hi, Emma. I love seeing names that I recognize, and Emma's excited for us that we're trying to reduce plastic.
What about colors?
Oh yeah, colors. So yeah, we just picked this charcoal. Again, like another kind of geeky manufacturing thing is when you order product, you have to kind of like pay a minimum. You have to like buy a certain amount of product at a minimum. So we bought the minimum in one color because we were just like, okay, it's a new product. We're going to launch it. We're going to see how it goes.
The larger reason is when you're dealing with new products, as soon as you put a color on it, you're going to instantly eliminate part of your audience who just don't like red or just don't like blue or just don't want green or just don't want a color of a certain sort. And we learned that with a good example are the face cloths, because the face cloths were something that we wanted to just kind of like have a color associated with it. So they aren't all gray. But we thought this would be best in this color. It hides stains a lot better. It looks a lot better after a bunch of washes and whatnot. And black or dark gray is just universally accepted.
Okay, I want to hammer through a few colors. Cecile asked, would you use the same Scrub Square to do dishes and wipe countertops? Yeah, and just to answer this question, whenever I think about cleaning anything, I always try to do the easy, like the cleanest jobs first, working my way up to the dirtiest. So I would clean my counters first, and I would do my dishes, pots, pans second. And that way, you're not bringing greasy stuff back onto the counter. But the nice thing is these rinse well.
Congratulations on your new Scrub Square. Thank you, Michelle.
And yes, I would use the same one, Cecile. I would, no problem.
Jen in Chicago asks, can you please explain the difference at the two sides?
Does one scratch? Okay, so I don't care to have my appliance be a guinea pig. I'm not exactly in love with my stove. So Lucas and I think you were actually here recording your podcast, but Lucas and I were like, well, we should really just test this and see. So we went to my stove and we both we took the Scrub Square and we were like, and like just like angry scrubbed it. And I wasn't able to get it scratched. Lucas, when he really went for it, like we could start to see spider webbing. But I think what I would say is this. I personally I like to use only soft stuff on stainless steel appliances if I'm cleaning for someone else. If I were to use a heavy duty scrub sponge or like scouring pad, it would for sure ruin stainless steel. Non-scratching shouldn't, but you should always test it. So in chat, look at Chad. He's just dying to say something right now, and I'm gonna filibuster this guy. Anytime he's like, oh, I'm gonna be like, But yeah, this is in my experience, it's fine. But I want you to be comfortable using it at home. So I would test it first to make sure. I hope that answers your question. The second side, Jen, to answer your question, the soft side is just sort of for wiping. So if you wanted to, wipe your counters, if rather than having like, an all-purpose with you, if you were doing like sort of the heavier cleaning, you could kind of like take this with you, clean on one side, wipe on the other, and then I might have like an all-purpose just to wipe everything dry and clean if I, were going across a counter or if I were going across a cupboard. And that's how I would be with a sponge anyway. I would sort of have the sponge in one hand, the cloth in the other, and kind of like, multitask my way around the kitchen.
And a cloth is going to do a superior job at absorbing the moisture as opposed to a sponge, which is full of larger holes and doesn't have the same ability to.
Yeah. Colleen asks if it's safe on glass. Yep, safe on glass, no problem. That Sassy says the website won't let me choose shipping to the USA. It's only available for Canadian shipping. Make sure that you're on .com, makersclean.com.
We have a Canada specific website, so you might be on makersclean.ca.
Yes. Cecile, the 20% off is on Scrub Squares only for it's like a what do we call it? Like a launch product drop special or something. Let's see.
And for those of you who are asking about Nonscratch and all of the rest, just a word of advice for any product that you're purchasing, which is quote unquote Nonscratch. There are surprisingly very, very few products which make that bold a claim where they call their product Nonscratch. Scotch-Brite does this because they legit dump billions of dollars into the research to ensure that the sponge that if you were to use a Scotch-Brite sponge.
And I've been to their headquarters and it's phenomenal what they're able to do.
To make a claim of saying that a product is truly non-scratch, you have to acknowledge that you're saying that to every surface, whether you have control over what person is saying, would the scratch on marble, would it be stainless steel, glass, the very sensitive surfaces or whatnot. So you'll find now when you purchase products, it's very specifically worded where they'll say safe on most surfaces, non-scratch, mostly non-scratch, or like virtually always non-scratch, but they will never really make like a direct claim of like this product is non-scratch, just because no one wants to put themselves in the position of having someone else kind of decide what is a scratch and like testing it to make sure that it won't scratch something.
All right, I want to answer some other questions that are coming through. Nakia asked, what about Dutch ovens? Yes, I use mine on my Le Creuset all the time, and it's perfectly fine, both for enameled and regular cast iron.
This is brilliant for doing a stainless steel sink. I've experienced nothing to clean a sink like to its best because the scrubby side gets all of the bits that get stuck on. And then as opposed to a sponge, which kind of creates a lot of like marks and streak lines and whatnot, when you're trying to get that nice like finish, I find the cloth finish does a great job of absorbing all of the moisture.
Yeah. And the other thing I'll say is like, and someone asked about if it's safe to use, I think it was Sam who asked if it's safe to use with baking soda. Absolutely. You can use this with Vim, Cif, scouring product, that soft scrub, or DIY, any scouring like Barkeeper's Friend, Bon Ami, anything like that you want to use. It's totally fine to use with that. And it really does a really beautiful job. Now, I know this is not about that, but I really like using Dawn Power Wash. And I know so many people are crazy about it. There's they have a brand, P&G has a brand called 9 Elements, which if you're looking for sort of a more toned back version with less ingredients, they have 9 ingredients, but they also make that kind of power wash product as well. The reason it's great is because it's just new dish cleaning technology and it does a lot of the heavy lifting for you. So as these type of things come out, when I've tested this with regular dish soap and baking soda, it's great. But Dawn Power Wash, like, it's just a great combo. Like, I'll take a really dirty something and I'll kind of let it sit for a little bit. And then I take the old scrub square, and it's just so much easier to clean. And am I all about efficiency or what?
Yes.
I do not want to waste 1 second. So I'm just kind of sharing, some suggestions and things that really work.
Would the scrubby side replace the need for a Scotch-Brite heavy-duty green scrubby?
No, you still, as I said earlier, I don't want to tell you that this solves all your sponge related problems. If you're cleaning a barbecue, you're cleaning an oven, you've got something that is really, really dirty, you're going to need a heavy duty sponge. This is not going to be your tool, but this is like every day. This is your everyday.
Yeah. That's where this is.
And you know what? I could lie to you and tell you, yeah, it does everything, but I'm not going to do that. Like, just being honest, like, this is your everyday, but we have yet to come up with an HD product.
It's very true.
Yes.
Do you know what Dawn Power Wash is called in Europe? No, it could be under a completely different name there.
Dawn in Europe is called
Fairy Liquid. Yeah, Fairy Liquid.
So I would see what's on the Procter & Gamble website that looks like it's in the same package as Dawn Power Wash, and that would more than likely be the type of product.
Bless Warrior asked an excellent question.
Yeah.
How much does it cost?
So the MSRP
is $15 for a 3-pack.
US.
$5 each, or 6 for $25. But if you use the code, I won't show it because it's backwards. But if you use the code SCRUB20 at checkout, you get 20% off of that.
And that's, but what's the Canadian pricing?
I don't know.
Ronique can tell us what the Canadian pricing is. She'll mention it in the chat. And again, like, that's something I hate, that we have to have 2 different websites. I hate that we have to have 2 different pricings. But here's the deal. If we were to just have one website, makersclean.com, and then our Canadian friends wanted to order product, they would have to pay duties when it arrives. So what we do is we have to ship. And what did you guys say it cost the other day? Like 10 grand to bring everything to the.
Mm-hmm.
We had to order product from our US warehouse to bring it to Toronto. Our warehouse is in Mississauga, and we had to pay. Lucas put it in the group chat. What was it? 10 grand. So it was $3,000 to ship it and $7,000 in customs. So we pay it, and then we have to account for the US Canadian conversion. We have to account for those extra fees. It has to get paid somehow. So anyway, and again, that's sort of like the inner workings of a small business. And I think it's kind of interesting to hear about that. And I also really believe in transparency. So, if you're annoyed that goes on, or there's a price difference, that really is why it is that way. What other question are we getting?
Is it good enough to scrub crusty dishes?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
crusty dishes.
That's where it shines. It shines when you are cleaning pots, pans, dishes.
So like Chad, for example, will put ketchup on everything, and then this guy will leave his dishes out sometimes, so you get like the ketchup skin in the morning, like this morning that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, if you were to hand wash it, brings the ketchup skin, cheese, that kind of stuff comes off. So again, like, we put this thing through the rigor, and we were very clear with what we wanted it to do, and we're very, very proud of it. Yeah.
Now people can see the code. So there you go. If you can see it, and it's only backwards for us, SCRUB20, discount code SCRUB20.
Oh my God. Don says, I hate that I'm at the age where I get excited about new cleaning supplies. Yeah, Don, same girl. Same.
A friend of mine was on Facebook a few years ago, and it's like, my life has become a point where it's like, I'm so excited about the new vacuum I bought today, and that really says a lot.
Or I saw a meme that was something along the lines of, I never knew how magical my 40s could be when I stand in the cleaning aisle and I smell new products I'm like doing the meme no service. That was just absolutely butchered, but it was hilarious.
Well, that's why we were so excited about this, because we as much as we would love to release 1 million products and have everybody, have everything available to them, we put so much time and effort into bringing products to market which are like unique and different and offer something which hasn't been seen before. And I have yet to be this excited about something since our mop, because I knew when our mop was coming out, it was just going to be amazing. And I'm pumped about this because for the same reason for the mop, I love the mop because I use the mop every day, like legit every day. And I just fell in love with it. I'm like, everybody should have this. And then as soon as I started using this, I felt the same way. So I can't wait till everybody has one of these.
Okay, I want to answer some questions. Oh my gosh, so many funny ones are coming in. All right, so the code is not backwards.
Yes,
Chad,
it's only
just so
backwards
you know.
for us. I get that. This is we don't do that. We don't know.
Yeah. All right, let's see. La 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 la.
Oh, actually, I did have a question. Trey asked it very early on. It was about condiment stains. So you were just talking about that. Is there a laundry solution for condiment stains? Ketchup and mustard, it was, to be exact.
Yeah. So OxiClean, oxygen bleach is what you need. That would be a color correction. So there are 2 different kinds of stains that you're going to deal with: fats, oils, grease, mud, grass, that kind of thing, all organic-y type stuff. That's when you want to use an enzyme cleaner. Ketchup, mustard, condiments, jam, strawberries, even though those are sort of organic, well, they are organic. You're dealing more with a color issue than you are like a greasy, oily issue. So in that case, you're going to do color correction. And OxiClean, oxygen bleach, hydrogen peroxide, that's all exactly what it's designed to do. Mustard is one of the hardest stains to remove, so you might have to treat it 6-7 times. One of my cleaning friends, Zach from the account Jeeves New York, or Jeeves_NY, and I have had lots of talks about this. And he runs a high-end dry cleaner in Manhattan, and he was telling me it took him like 6 times to get a mustard stain out with OxiClean. So just keep at it. Oh my gosh.
I had
so
a
many
few
colors.
other questions since there's a bunch coming in. And if you do have any questions, you please feel free to leave them in the comments down below. One person did ask about furniture polish. What are your thoughts on furniture polish?
I don't like it. I think it's one of these old school products. It's kind of like fabric softener. There's no point of using furniture polish anymore. We needed it back in the day. But now the finishes of furniture are different. And frankly, a microfiber cloth and water can take care of a lot of the cleaning that you need to do on wood furniture. And I would say you only need to polish your furniture if your manufacturer specifically says so. Generally speaking, we don't use much more than like soap and water to clean anything that we have. Let's see.
How do I move the rust around my kitchen and bathroom faucets?
Yes, you can try CLR. You can try CLR for that. And a little bit of steel wool, which you would want to use after you use the CLR or maybe before. And you can see if that will come off.
How do I clean my eyeglasses?
Oh, I just did it before we logged on. Where is it? Chad, you have like a plethora of cloths here.
Everything but that.
Where's our optical cloth?
There's one.
Yeah. So what you need is just a flat weave cloth like this. Here, you're closer.
That's okay.
Okay. If you use something that has a thicker weave, you can scratch your glasses. And you don't want to do that. So yeah, I just have one of these in my office and in the car. And I just, whenever I need to, I only wear glasses when I'm on the computer. But the one in my car is actually to clean my phone.
Look at Emma dropping the amazing cleaning hack. Sunlight. Sun is like an amazing cleaner. Just leaving something in the sun, especially like if you have something which is drying.
Oh. What did I do?
Where are we? Are we still here?
Oh my God.
There we are.
Sorry. I was just trying to open the comments.
No.
Uh-oh. Wait, this is the one with the record button. Can you swipe back? I must have touched something on your mouse.
Sorry, everyone.
If we're still recording.
Yeah, it looks like we are. We're just having a moment.
They're live. All right.
You're here. All good. You're still here.
All right.
Okay.
There
we are. Okay.
Hi, Ronit. Oh my gosh. That was a Melissa and Chad panic moment. I was just trying to like scroll and see things, but Chad, maybe I shouldn't touch the mouse anymore.
Maybe. I can take care of that. What is the story between how you became the queening queen? The
queening queen?
Did you work in television before?
No. No. I have not worked in television prior to this. I went to business school. I always wanted to have my own company. When I graduated from business school, for those of you who are local, I went to Schulich at York. I took a job working at a bank. It was the most miserable year of my career. It really sucked. And I had just started dating Chad at that time. And Chad was like, hey, girl, if you want to start your own business, you're 23, you have no kids, no mortgage, now's the time. And he kind of encouraged me to do it. I quit my job a year to the day I started. And then I started waiting tables, again, for the locals at the Keg. And shout out to the Keg. We still love it there. And I work there and I will still eat there happily. And I decided to start a cleaning business because I hate cleaning to this day. And I felt like I could help others like myself. But the problem was I didn't know anything about cleaning. So I had to learn everything from the ground up. And then I did all the cleaning myself for a while. And I just took my mindset of efficiency and I applied it to cleaning. I did a lot of research. There was no YouTube back then. And then Chad in 2011 was like, hey, we should make YouTube videos. YouTube is a new thing. And I was like, okay. And we just started making YouTube videos, and here we are. Here we are doing this weird thing.
How do I get bloodstains out of mattresses?
Oh, okay. First things first, you want to catch. Oh my God, we have a lot to talk about here. You have to catch bloodstains right away. Second, you can use hydrogen peroxide. You can just pour it on. But third, mattress, you got to have a mattress protector. If you don't have one, get one now. You can try to work out the old stain with hydrogen peroxide, but I will say blood is like mustard among the most difficult stains to reverse once it has set. So just so you know. Oh, Gloria. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I did see, hairspray. Valerie asked, how do you get hairspray off of walls and doors? So hairspray, it's kind of like a gummy buildup. I noticed the same thing with those air freshener sprays. Over time, it can build up. So the antidote to that is rubbing alcohol. So you can just put a little bit on a paper towel, or you can spray it on and wipe it off, and you're good to go.
How do I get hairspray off of the walls?
Yeah, I just answered that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think we have a listening issue here.
No, I meant to read this one. Sorry, my question. We South Asians use turmeric powder in our curries, but sometimes the kids get the stains on their dresses.
Oh yeah, turmeric is like mustard. It's the same thing, color correction, my friend.
I don't know why white dresses specifically attract turmeric stains.
Oh, it's like this area right over here always attracts tomato sauce stains. I get it. So rule number 1, do not wear nice things when you're cooking or eating turmeric. And I've learned that rule. And number 2 is color correction with oxygen bleach or OxiClean.
You've been a great help with my cleaning. Sending love from Australia. Thank you, Leanne.
Oh, thank you. Oh my God. Dee asked, how do you clean an acrylic retainer? I hate those tablets.
There you go.
So Chad when I was little, I wore an expander and a retainer, and we both did Invisaligns.
Yes.
So boy, do we know about that.
We do.
And I use, believe it or not, baking soda and a toothbrush, and I scrub mine clean every day. That's what I do. I also know that our ortho suggested that you could clean it with dish soap and water.
Oy.
He said that was really good. I mean, listen, you rinse it well after, it's fine. You're not like cleaning it in your toilet. Like you're using like a decent thing to do, and you had your own.
I used a soak. I just used half water and half vinegar, and I used to just leave them in overnight. And I used to find that the vinegar would take away all of the, like, some of the discolorations and some of the, like, just buildup that happens on them. So there you go.
Yeah.
How old are you, Melissa?
I'm 40.
No one asked how old I am.
Who cares?
That's true. How do
I don't mean who cares about you. Like, who cares about age? It's fine.
How do I get a plastic bag stain on my? How do I get a plastic bag stain on my door? And this is one that has happened before, because I think we had a toaster oven and there was a bag on top of it, and then the bag kind of melted.
It's heat transfer.
And then
heat transfers the dye. So what you can try for that is rubbing alcohol. That should help.
Yeah. How do I get Sharpie off of the walls?
Rubbing alcohol, but also remember that Sharpie is designed to be permanent, so it may not work. I always tell people that, like, they'll say, how do I get rid of permanent marker? It's like, well, it's designed to be permanent. So you can try rubbing alcohol, which is a solvent. You know what else you can try? You can try eucalyptus essential oil. Okay. Those are 2 great solvents. But again, take that with a grain of salt. It's designed to be permanent. It might not work.
How do I get makeup stains off of my Maker's Clean face cloth?
Yeah. So if you do, it's interesting. If you do have stains on them, you can treat them with a little bit of Puracy. Roni can pop a link in for you. Puracy. It's their stain remover. It's awesome. I love it, love it, love it. And it'll help to get rid of any of those stains.
You can clean everything with baking soda. Have you tried scrubbing your teeth with it?
Yeah, actually, funny enough, baking soda is great for cleaning stains off of your teeth. And I talked to my dentist about this, and she said, you can do it, but it leaves, think about like how a scrubby sponge kind of leaves that spider webbing stain on a surface, like stainless steel. So baking soda can do the same thing to your teeth. It kind of leaves a microscopic uneven finish on your enamel, which is why she actually suggested for me not to use it. So there you go.
How often should you get your carpets deep cleaned?
I would say it really depends on your lifestyle. You can probably think about that once to twice a year, depending on pets, foot traffic, whether you wear your shoes in your house, etc.
And how do you remove old urine stains from a mattress?
You would either want to use an enzyme cleaner. You might want to bring in a professional to deal with that, or you can use one of those Bissell deep cleaners.
OMG, hello to you both. Been watching your channel for so long. Now you're here live. Hello, Ashley. How are you doing today?
Hi, Ashley.
So it's too abrasive. Someone was asking about.
Yeah, it's too abrasive. That's what my dentist said. Yeah.
Yeah. The eyeglasses are distracting.
Sorry, guys. If I take them,
you need to be able to.
If I take them, no, it's not even a vision issue. It's that I kind of get like lazy eyes or something. Like they just kind of go googly if I look at a screen for too long. I'm sorry.
Where's your daughter? She's at school right now. How do you clean?
She's gardening.
There you go.
We're making her do chores right now.
She's building an addition on the house. How do you clean buildup off like soap scum, I guess?
Oh, soap scum. Joe, we see you. Joe wrote his question in all caps. We got you. Okay, Joe, what you're going to do is you have a few different ways that you could attack this. I really love just a simple combo of baking soda and dish soap. If you want to go the DIY route, you can apply it to the surface. You want to let it sit for a little bit, and then you can scrub it off using the scrub square. You can use a sponge. I mean, depending on how thick it is. The most important thing, Joe, is that you let it sit for a while so that the product can do its work. One of the problems that I see a lot is that people spray a product on, expect it to work immediately and wipe it off. And then they're frustrated that they have to, keep working at it. But that's the truth. The other thing you can try is an enzyme-based cleaner. Crud Cutter with a K, Krud, Kutter is a great option for that, as is CLR's bathroom cleaner. Which is very powerful, and Carolyn Forte from Good Housekeeping, who I really love and respect in the cleaning space, she swears by that product. So.
We have about 10 minutes left, so if you guys have questions, this really seems to be the rapid fire question and answer period. So leave your questions in the chat.
Jeff is asking a question. Jeff says, really want to know why you took rubbing alcohol out of your original DIY all-purpose cleaner.
We've had a lot of people ask about that.
Yeah, okay. So simple. It's just because we wanted to simplify it, Jeff. There's actually no problem with using it. It was just more like, if we can slim it down, why not?
Seems excessive.
Yeah, rubbing alcohol, like, it's really great. It has a few different benefits. It's a solvent, which means it can dissolve things on a surface. It's fast drying, so it can, dry a surface quicker. But it was just like, how do we be more efficient? So if you need rubbing alcohol in your DIY cleaner, absolutely go for it. But it's just something that we decided we didn't want to include in our everyday, but we still use it in other recipes. I hope that answers your question.
How do you clean a washing machine tub?
You would want to you can use a product. Scroll up because I saw a question I want to cover in a minute.
Okay.
You can use a product like a Fresh. You can use a product like Tide, which has, I believe, a powdered cleaner. And then you can use a product like Carbona, which is a gel cleaner, but you can just pick up a washing machine cleaner. You're going to empty everything out of it, so no laundry in there. Run a cycle, hottest possible water you can, longest possible setting you can, and then you're done. Now, where was that question? Yes. Arlette says, "Are mattress vacuums worth it?" No. No. Just use a regular vacuum with a brush roll attachment. So for Dyson, for example, they have a mini motorized head. We have a lot of videos on this. And as long as your head is clean, so if you're planning to do your mattresses, you don't want to use like the same thing you were using to clean out your car to clean out your mattress. So what you can do is just kind of clean the vacuum head first. And I think I have a TikTok or an Instagram reel, or maybe both, or a YouTube short. I don't know. Chad deals with syndication of content. But anyway, I have some videos on how to clean the heads. They're pretty easy to do. But I would not spend money on that at all.
Do you have any advice for someone who has a scratch on their glass stovetop?
No, I don't. You can't really repair those scratches. You have to be careful though, because scratches can lead to cracking, and then you might have to replace your stovetop.
Where is the promised Dyson cleaning video? By the way, love you guys.
Oh, like the Dyson tools. So interestingly, Dyson is coming out with a pet attachment. Like they have like a whole pet grooming attachment. So when we were chatting with our friend at Dyson who we work on these videos with, we decided that we would hold off until that product was able to ship to us, because we wanted to include that in the video. So that is coming out soon, but we're also going to include the pet attachment, because my God, that is a smart idea, especially because we know some shedding doggies.
Very much so. Janice asks, how do you clean a black granite kitchen sink?
Yeah, you have to be careful with those granite kitchen sinks, and they look gorgeous, but you can't use anything acidic. Like you can't use vinegar. So you've got to stick with the basics. You've got to stick with dish soap. You've got to stick, even like an enzyme-based cleaner would be really great for that, but you want to stay away from anything acidic and frankly, anything abrasive. So you wouldn't want to use baking soda either.
Okay. Would you recommend steam cleaning a couch? If so, is there a steam cleaner that you prefer?
Yeah, you can use a steam cleaner to like refresh a couch, but a steam cleaner is not going to like remove stains. If you're talking about a deep cleaner, like a Bissell deep cleaner, yeah, you could do that. For a couch for sure. Like those little mini machines, I think they're called like Mean Green machines or something. Those are good. Those are useful. One of the things that we do in this house for our sofa in the basement is we just remove the cushion covers and we throw them in the washing machine. But that's because we read the fabric label and we know that we can do that.
Here's a great question.
Yes.
Is the Dawn brand really superior to others? My mom swears by Dawn.
Yes, Dawn. Like, I know I'm biased, but Tide, superior laundry detergent, irrefutable, and Dawn, absolutely. It's just the amount of money that Procter & Gamble spends on R&D is far and beyond above what other companies spend, and their product is premium, but it works better. We've tested the products. You just, at the end of the day, I mean, when you're comparing it, everything is marginal, right? It's like, do I want to spend more money on a dish soap that's going to help me do my dishes a little bit faster? Like personally, when I use Dawn, and we test a lot of stuff, like right now I have Method dish soap going and it's fine, but I just find like when I use Dawn Power Wash and I compare that, or if I use Dawn Platinum and I compare that, like it's a different animal. So I think it's worth the money. But again, like I like to pay more for things that are going to allow me to clean less, but that's just me.
You're very welcome, Marlet. I've been watching your videos forever. I love your videos. Thank you, Sabitha. I've got watermarks on my bathroom. What should I do?
White vinegar is great for that. White vinegar can help to counteract any of that calcium and lime buildup. The other thing you can do on a regular basis is just use a squeegee, and it will help to get rid of any water that's left behind, and you won't get any of those white marks. We do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Michelle McGuire asks how to clean 50-year-old bathroom linoleum, how to just refresh it.
Yeah. I have to be honest, Michelle, I don't have tons of experience with linoleum and super old linoleum. I know that there are stripping products that are available that can kind of strip off the finish and redo it. But I don't want to misguide you. So I don't want to give you an answer that I can't be sure of. So I'm going to take a pass on that one. And I'm going to ask for your forgiveness in advance.
Karen just ordered scrub cloths and loves the mop as well. Thank you very much. Help! I have tarnish and knife scratches on my brand new stainless steel sink.
I'm sorry to hear that. So you can look for a stainless steel repair kit, and that could help in getting rid of some of the scratches. Those are readily available on Amazon, and it is more overwhelming than it sounds. That said, what people who really care about their sinks, aka my mom, hi mom, if you're watching, what they do is they just get like those things that sit at the bottom of their sink, like those little racks. I guess I should be more descriptive than a thing, like a rack that sits at the bottom of your sink, and that way it sort of prevents any knife dents and scratches. And for the discoloration, that is odd. I would almost wonder if like a bleach-based product got in there that could have caused that discoloration. And I wouldn't, it's really hard to know what to recommend without actually seeing it, but start with that scratch repair kit. And the other thing you can do is call the manufacturer and ask them what to do. I always like doing that. Put it on you. It's your problem.
Can you deep clean your carpets yourself with a steam cleaning machine, or should we just hire a pro?
Yeah, you can. Like we had a Bissell machine and we did clean our carpets and it was fine. Hiring a pro is absolutely great. Like we've done that as well. And it is really nice to have someone else come in and do that because it's quite a job. It's just expensive. So I would say, like, if you think that you would use a steam cleaning machine a couple of times a year and you're comfortable with that, I think that they're great. But if it's sort of a one-offy type thing and you don't really, want to get up to it, then yeah, you can just hire someone.
Someone's been patiently waiting for an answer.
Oh, Naima?
How to clean
grease in the kitchen. Okay, so Naima is asking how to clean grease in the kitchen. A few different ways you can tackle that. We talked about this earlier with the combination of dish soap and baking soda. It's very powerful and it's a really nice heavy duty scrub. So what you would want to do is apply it onto the greasy area, let it sit for a bit, and then scrub it off. Of course, you can use a scrub square to tackle that chore. I also really love enzyme cleaners to tackle that. And that's because enzyme cleaners love grease and oil and dirt and buildup. So like BioClean, Puracy, Crud Cutter, those are all enzyme-based cleaners. And the key, Naima, is to spray it on and let it sit. So you want to let it sit for 5-10 minutes. You want it to get really wet, leave it, and then wipe it off, and you'll see it's like magic.
I like Zach's question.
Okay, let's make Zach's question.
Typo, but it's how do I clean up? I think it's my attitude about cleaning.
Oh.
And let's just talk a bit about that. How about people who are struggling to get motivated or getting into the cleaning mindset?
Yeah, I have a pretty crappy attitude toward cleaning myself. Yeah. I know, shocking revelation. I really resent cleaning. I resent the time I have to spend cleaning. I resent my husband when he doesn't clean. I resent everyone, no, I'm kidding. But truthfully, you know, the best thing you can do is start with something small. Start with something small. Don't overwhelm yourself by saying like everything has to be clean and perfect and I have to do it now. Like while I was making this drink this morning, my water was boiling and I'm like, all right, my kitchen is a mess. And the very least is I can pick up any of the garbage that's on the counter, move the recycling, and I can put stuff in the dishwasher. And it was small, but it made a difference. So I always kind of look for those little opportunities where I can do small things. And then when those small things are done, I start to feel a little bit better and it becomes like a self-fulfilling good cleaning prophecy.
Great question. And actually a follow-up to that previous question. Do you play music while cleaning?
No, I listen to podcasts because I'm a big
podcast
nerd
person, and I listen to music all the time. I find that it helps, just gets you moving and singing, and it kind of helps things go along a lot quicker.
And I like to learn things. I like to listen to economics podcasts while I'm cleaning.
You really do.
Absolutely
You're like current
true.
events.
Oh my God, I'm such a nerd. Anyway, it's fine. I'm not embarrassed. Okay, listen, I don't want to take up any more of your time. It's been an hour.
And thank you all for everyone who stuck around this long. Everyone who went over and picked up Scrub Square discount code SCRUB20. Go and check it out. And when you get them and you try them, let us know. Come back to another live stream or leave a message or a comment or an email or
DM
something.
us.
DM us. Get in touch with us. Your input in these products is what is going to make the product get even better. So if you have any input, any advice, or if you just want to talk about the things that you like or that you don't like, let us know. We would love to find out from you guys.
Yeah. And thanks as always for your support. And we're going to try to do another live stream in 2 weeks, I believe, right?
We'll probably try to keep these going every 2 weeks or so. So if you have a bunch of questions, join us again, ask them again, or ask new questions, or just come and say hello and join us and talk cleaning for a little bit.
Enjoy and have a great afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll see you soon.
Bye.